Hey folks, welcome back. A lot of you enjoyed that last video. Thank you, I appreciate the kind words. So, this morning I got up thinking, we all know if this something happens is a fight or flight scenario, right? Some people will fight, some people will freeze right up and not do anything, right? They're just kind of numb, they just can't, their brain can't function, right? Well, others, their brain, their body, their adrenaline go right into high gear. So the fight or flight is good, but you're working on emotions, you're working on adrenaline, right? A lot of times it'll save your life. Sometimes things that you do are regrettable, right? So then you've got the people that will freeze and become numb and just won't do anything. Well, in the situation that we're in now, some people are fighting. I am a fighter. I'll fight right to the bitter end. But there are others that say, well, they're in denial, right? This can't be happening. It'll always straighten out. It's always straightened out in the past. And chances are things will turn out for the best. We might struggle for a little bit, and then life will go right back to normal. Sometimes we freeze to the point where when we do come to our senses, it's a little bit too late, right? If you are standing on the railroad tracks and all of a sudden there's this train coming at you and it catches you off guard, some people are going to instantly just get off the track. Some people are just going to take a minute to realize that the train is coming to them, and they're just going to stand there and move the last second, right? Some will just freeze there until they die, right? The problem with flight, fight, freeze is they'll all get you in trouble. They will. They all have a tendency to get you in trouble. The freeze part is the part that would bother me the most, right? Bother me the most because when you freeze and you wait until the last second to do something, more than likely it's going to be too late. For example, if you are seeing the times come and you're really not quite sure which direction it will take, and you're just going to procrastinate, wait and see what happens, and then at the last moment you're saying, oh crap, I need to start doing something. Well, when that comes to food, that's going to be too late. When it comes to safety, that's probably going to be too late. When it comes to living, that might be a little too late too, right? But I'm a fighter, folks. I'm a fighter. And some people confuse that with fight to win, with playing a board game, and I will make sure that I win because I'm a sore loser. No, I'm not a sore loser, folks. If you play a game, you've got a chance to lose, right? If you play the game of life, you've got a chance to lose. But a game is a game, and it's just harmless, and it's a harmless pastime, right? Life is not a harmless. Life is not a pastime, folks. It's something that you live until you take your very last breath, right? Some of us choose to live it every day in the moment. Some people choose to sleep it away. Some people choose to drug it away. Some people choose to drink it away. I live every day for the day. I work off my experiences from the past, and I like to grow. I live in the moment, but I also look ahead to the future at the possibilities. right? Right? So one of you mentioned in two videos ago, that they noticed that there was a rusty can attached to a pine tree. And I'll put a picture here in case you missed it. I've been doing this for years, folks. So in a way, in a sense, I've always been in survival mode. This is just something that I've done since my 20s. We have a favorite place we go camping. I'll find a damaged pine tree and I'll hook up a can to it. And then when I go there, maybe the next year, I got a few things I can do with that because it'll collect the pine pitch, right? The pine resin. One, that's a good fire starter. Two, it's very, very beneficial as far as sealing wounds, treating wounds, right? Three, it's waterproof. So if you find that you have a rip in your tent or your rubber boots, you can take some of that pine resin and seal up the hole, right? So everywhere that I've gone throughout the years, if I find a damaged pine tree, I hook up a can to it, folks. And the cans have never been disturbed. They are not at the campsite. I walk around the campsite so I know what's in the immediate area within 200 or 300 yards, if at all possible, right? So I have one of those up by my garden. I have one across the road, and I have some in some other areas. It depends on where I am, depends on what I'm doing. You know, if something happens to one, I have a backup, right? Some think that might be pretty excessive, but that's how I live. That is how I live. I think of all possibilities, and what harm is it going to do if the pine tree already is damaged and it's oozing out this pine resin? I can collect it. It's not doing anybody any harm. Matter of fact, it's going to help me down the road if it's ever needed, right? So that answers that question. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming back. And again, I might add on to this a little bit later and then try not to goof up like I did the last video, folks. I apologize for that. All right. Have a good day. Thank you.